Hello, this is a special Patreon only that we want to have for our docu sweeties to talk about. Like if you know Wah and my YouTubes, it's the cast controversies, a little deep dive, if you will, into some of the Instagram drama and or reactionary we're having from the characters and cast members from the current season of Love is Blind, and specifically drama with Jacqueline, Jackie, Jax, Jackie B, and Marshall. And of course, we have our good friend Wah,
Yes.
who's here. Here's the thing, I am the snooper. So Wah is going to be the you as she takes in the information that I have snooped bedooped throughout the thing. So she gets to just enjoy this. And I'm bringing up things that she hasn't seen. One thing is talking about talking about Marshall and Jackie B drama. Look at this really funny tweet that Michelle Collins did. In Josh, we found an answer to whatever happened to Teddy from Full House. I mean, that looks just like him. Anyway, so basically, talking of tweets, I saw this one, which is a tweet from an account called Walk Donna Tart saying, Jackie confirming that she's in a relationship with Josh, telling her group chat that she has to make it to the altar with Marshall for clout and and she's also being homophobic as fuck. It appears she has been seeing Josh throughout filming after the pods. Okay. So then those are some of the screenshots that were there, and I have uh this one up here. And friend one, there's basically what looks like two people on here, and it says friend one and Jackie. And Jackie says, he gives me vibes, y'all. And I kind of hinted at that in my interview, and all hell broke loose. So I had to switch it up. But he for show gives me vibes because he used to twerk on the bed, and I told him I was cool off that, and he was like, yeah. So now this time I told him to be more aggressive with me. He's hard for show, but sometimes he can be sweet. Twerk in the bed, LMFAO Jackie, good for you also for communicating how bad of a turn off that shit is. What the hell? And then goes on, yes, he will twerk in the bed. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not gonna fly, big homie, LOL. And then he will talk like, yes. And I'm like, question mark, question mark, question mark. That's the damn truth in caps. I don't want to hear y'all at my wedding yelling about how he got sugar in his tank either, please. We got to make sure it's stretched for TB by. And then this person says LMFAO. No, he got to make it to the altar. I can just hear motherfuckers yelling, he's a teapot. And this person says LMFAO, stop. And then Marshall on his Instagram said this.
The only sugar I got goes on those fucking pancakes. There's a lot of issues that are problematic with her thing. Is
Yeah,
that
tell me.
the whole thing about Marshall being sensitive, right? And that doesn't mean he's gay. That doesn't mean he's gay. And you make it seem like it's just homophobic. It really is. Like sugar in his tank, that he's sweet, he's a teapot because he twerked on the bed and said yes. What? I mean, like,
Yeah.
do you not have an actual intrinsic like feeling of someone who like might be gay or bi curious? Like, it is just wild that it's, and I didn't realize that it was in the youth so much. She's only 26, so for her to, and her world must be very small and very like homophobic for her to say something like this, even to her friends. Like, I'm somebody that when I even slightly feel my friends being homophobic or trans, even if transphobic, even if they don't mean to, I always want to be the one to be like, hey, like, think about what you're saying. Because if you truly don't have a problem with it, then you wouldn't say something like that.
Mhm.
You wouldn't think about it in that manner. And like, if it were to be me and I were to be like, yo, he's really giving me gay vibes, like, not, there's nothing that he's done specifically, there's just something in my gaydar that I'm like, I think that he like, there's, or he's too feminine. And that's might be where I might say is that I'm attracted to masculinity. So if that masculinity doesn't present itself in a certain way, And I can't even tell you what that way is, because I've dated men who aren't like aggressively whatever, and I've not gotten gay from them. I've recognized that they're not masculine and like annoying, but I've definitely not gotten gay. I know what gay feels like. So I don't know. Marshall's not giving it to me. So I feel like she's like way, way out of it. And if it's like, I don't know. Go ahead. What are you gonna say?
I don't know if she's way out of it.
Okay.
But when I say that, I don't mean she is disrespectful, for sure. Now, she's having a private text with someone. So for all intents and purposes, does this person know that we're all going to read this text? No, she's having a text with one other person.
She said she tried to say it, but all hell broke loose, so that she pulled it back.
You're right. You're right. That he's so I don't know for sure. Like what I'm trying to say is I don't know what I want to say is I don't know about Marshall's sexuality, and I haven't spent that much time with him. She has. I am a rapper, so I only have certain like things I'm great at, which is not spending a lot of time with Marshall. So having moved on, let me just say, not moving on. I want to move on with the story a little bit. She put on her Instagram some things that we're going to show you. This says, I have seen the latest episodes that have premiered on Love is Blind, and I must speak the truth. Marshall and I were broken up before I saw Josh at the coffee shop. I am wearing different clothes, my hair is styled different, and at the end of the video, I say, I don't know if I'm going to be with Josh. I am not sure what the reason is for playing the coffee shop date before the breakup, but to restate, Marshall and I were broken up before Josh and I had our coffee shop date. As for the ring, Marshall did not pay for the ring. Love is Blind paid for all the rings.
And I said that in my recap. I said that she had different hair, and as just somebody who has to deal with black hair, and her hair and my hair are different, you don't come home and put your hair in a tight bun after having it loosey goosey all day. And she was wearing a different outfit, so I called that out, and I said it might be some kind of editor trick. And I think it was different days when he finally came back and they had that scene. So I would agree with that.
Yeah. She, in her comments, goes off a little bit, just wanting to say things. People are saying, thank you so much. One person is very happy, like, yo, you spoke up. And she's like, yes, the way that my blood is boiling right now. I'm trying so hard because I have the receipts. And, they're going to have the tell-all live. And she says, I was told not to go to my dress fitting. I have that receipt in text from the producer. And because people are coming at her for not going to dress fitting and having that be a thing. You told Marshall you just seen Josh when you were breaking up. They used audio from my one-on-one interview. She's really like in her comments telling people that the editing for her has been atrocious, has been not linear, and has been negative towards her, and she's trying to, right and be defensive, right her wrongs. So that's where she's coming at. Marshall really hasn't said anything. His Instagram is not as active. I mean, he has something of his daily posts, but it's just like posting about the show and nothing about this specific drama besides the one little thing that I showed you that was obviously a post from a daily story. So having said that, that's the drama that we have for you going through. I have a lot of last minute little fun Kwame and Chelsea things. The fact that Jackie making everyone forget that Irina exists in the same season is wild. How the mighty fall. Love is Blind.
I have a question. Do you not think that that maybe they turned the editing against her because she broke up with him before anything? Like, if she got told not to go to producers, it's probably because they were having such arguments and fights and they couldn't film for things.
You know what? It's interesting because they obviously want them to stay together up until the end because it blows the load, and like, so that's why I feel like sometimes we're seeing people like that are deciding to be a little friendly, like brother, sister, and that's what it feels like for specifically Micah and Paul.
But I kind of get why that happens. Like, listen, I don't think it's deserved. And I think you should know if you're not going to get to the end after they've invested in you, like, that I feel like they did the same thing to Irina. Like maybe they wouldn't have showed her be so negative and so catty had she gone through the whole thing as opposed to getting this free trip to Mexico in order to be like a different thing. Because this is the first time we've had it where two couples haven't even made it. Like even for season one with the one blonde girl and the younger like big faced short guy, like they made it to the altar and we knew that they weren't going to be together. We knew that she wasn't with it. But like I think there is a penalty for not making it all the way through, and the penalty is that you're going to get a shitty edit. Which like I'm sorry for you.
Well, you know, you take them as you come, and Irina made her Instagram apology that felt very like the apologies that we saw on air, because we've already seen the Irina apology, the one that she gave where she was kind of saying like what she had done to Bliss, and she kind of apologized for that to Zach and like saying how she's misunderstood, and the apology that she gave to Micah and stuff like that, and the apology she gave to Zach once they were over. Like we've seen Irina being like, I really was misguided and I mistakes, and you know, like it doesn't mean anything, and she's a weird person, kind of. I feel like she's like the Maya Pazanto kind of person, God bless. But here we are at the end of this super sweet little teaser of this extra drama. We love you guys so much. A little Easter egg for you if you believe in Easter, but you don't have to. It's just a little fun little treat, and maybe a robin's egg or whatever. But besides that, that's all we have to say. We love you guys so much. We are so thankful that you have been here with us and have like supported us at all. It means a lot. Was tired. But at the same time, let's enjoy that tell all together and the rest of the season together. Okay, you guys? Don't get into toxic relationships and keep your friends out of ones.
Absolutely.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye.